So, all right. Welcome to our live with Kate and Sylvia. So, hi, Sylvia.
Hello.
I am so excited to get a chance to chat with you and talk about this amazing incentive that you earned because it's one of those that surprised me. I knew sort of it was out there, and then all of a sudden, I pulled up the report that talked about, hey, you have team members that have earned rewards, and I went, what is this? And oh my goodness, we both get it. So that's so
Right.
crazy. So tell me just a little bit about what brought you to Avon.
I've used Avon since I guess I was 18, so telling my age, I guess it's been like 25 years, 26. Um, anyways, I've always liked their products, the makeup. I love the jewelry. To my opinion, the jewelry lasts forever. I've got jewelry that I've had for years and don't turn or anything like that. As far as and when you're selling a product, which I love, there's all kinds of products out there, but whenever you're actually selling the product, you have to be able to stand behind it. So if you don't know about it or you're kind of iffy about it, then you better, as far as selling it, you're not going to be able to sell it
Right.
because if you're not confident about it, then they're not going to like it either because they're going to ask you a ton of questions. And if you don't have that confidence on selling that product or that information or anything, then they're going to be like, well, I think I'll just wait. So
Right.
they're not going to buy.
Right. Well, the hardest part about Avon is there are so many things though. And that's been kind of, dude, personally, we don't have time to try everything. There's like thousands of products.
Right.
So, what's been your favorite product that you've used in the past, but you're even more excited to sell now?
The Anu is my favorite.
Okay.
So the Anu products, um, and I know I've sold. My mother absolutely loves it. I mean, she'll stand behind it 100%. She loves it. She says that, it does work, but it does. I mean, I really love that product. And actually, I haven't seen any of it that I don't like. So, um, and that's one of the things I started off with, because they have the kits. So I believe that if you have those samples and you can let people see, hey, this is what it does, or try it for a little bit and see if you like it, and sometimes you have to give a little bit more out in order to bring customers in because you have to provide them with this, and if they like it, they're going to buy more.
That is absolutely true. That is awesome. Okay, so Sylvia did an amazing job. You've been as a representative, you've been in about a month. No, 2 months, right? So 4 campaigns, I'm pretty sure. I was looking at your list. When you hit the 1,000 in your sales, you were in your 3rd campaign. So, and then it just rolled over. So this is number 4, I think. So that is an amazing feat because there are so many people that talk about, well, how do you find customers? What do we do to find customers, especially these days where not everybody's getting out of their house, right? And you've had some success with some online selling too.
Right.
So,
So if you direct them to the online website, a lot of times whenever I direct them to the online website, I let them know there is sales that go on there. There's all these perks that we can't offer in the book, because you don't see it in the book.
right.
It's online and it's limited time, or like the 80% off. There was items in there, you have those sales going on, and if you direct them to the website and let them know, hey, you have this opportunity if you like to catch deals, you sign up, you receive these emails. And I always try to keep promotions going
Very
because
cool.
I like promotions. I like my deals too. So if
Mm-hmm.
you keep promotions going, that actually helps. I mean, because they see, oh, well, I get this little free item if I purchase this.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna show off my packaging because I had to laugh when this showed up because I this was the first time I had done one of these kind of incentives where I had the coupon code. That's new. So it if you thought that it was weird for you, talk about somebody it was weird for is people who've been around a while because I've actually been selling since 2009. So, all of a sudden to get this incentive, I had a coupon code to add into my thing. And I was like trying to keep my old brain from forgetting to do that because I didn't want to wait too long for it to come
Oh,
in.
yeah.
And then this box with the fragile sticker showed up. And then when I opened it, it had exactly one thing in it with all of this bubble wrap.
Yeah.
And I had forgotten, I have seen this in person, but I really forgot how big it is, the box.
The box is
And
beautiful.
yeah, yeah. And I, I got excited because I realized that not only is it beautiful, it's well protected, which I think is something that, as Avon representatives, we sometimes have that struggle because we get things that are broken or open or smushed, you know. So with this, we're taking out more protective stuff. I think I may have to keep this box just in case we move and I have to pack this sucker up so that it survives every move that I get to, because now we're down to the paper sleeve. And okay, so the box itself is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, holy cow. When they announced that they were doing this fragrance, I couldn't ever think about. I mean, it's got a whole story to it. Holy cow.
And you have your it actually has its where it has its own stand is really
Mm-hmm.
because you can use it and put it back in the box without it.
Yep. So I did you read the
Yeah, that's the number. That's the number of whichever one you have.
oh right, the collector's number, right? Because they only made 1886 of
Yeah,
these.
right.
So this is actually our certificate of authenticity. So that will be fun. And I don't know if I want to hang on to all of these plastic pieces, but I guess maybe I will tuck them away because holy cannolis.
That's what I told my husband. I said, what if I get to where I like this? I said, that's going to be some expensive cologne for perfume for me.
Well, the best part about Avon is they keep coming out with new fragrances. So, this can be one of those where it's the special occasion collectors thing.
Yeah.
And, then it's heavy.
Yeah.
It's just so substantial.
It's
But
really
these
pretty.
crystals, I know that the lights are, but the
I don't know
colors,
I don't know if the lighting's different on. It might be.
yeah.
Let's show my face up here.
Oh,
Let me see.
more tape.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
That show a little bit. Let me see. I'm on my phone, which makes it difficult for me to decide where the camera exactly is.
You got it. You got it. So, and I loved your husband's comment when people said that they wanted to smell it.
Yeah. He said he's going to
That'll
charge.
be 22.50. since I'm by myself, because my husband doesn't always like fragrances, so I
And it
have to do
actually
it.
smells good.
Yeah.
It's got a really when you
Oh,
first put it on, I believe it's a little strong, but it kind of, you rub it in and it actually smells good because I'm picky about smells.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't have
Well, I've kind of fallen in love with the newest Far Away Valley.
the new one. Okay.
Oh, ah, that I think I'm going to end up with a couple of extra bottles of that on my shelf just for me because yeah, which will allow me to put this on the shelf with some other decorative stuff that I use when I do some videoing. Um, but yeah, and the fact that just because you found me as your leader, which I don't remember if I asked you when you went to sign up.
No, actually, it said choose one.
Oh,
So you were,
so ours was just pure happenstance. That's
yeah.
that's that's amazing. Um, so had you sold before?
Yes. I've sold, it's been years ago, and I sold, and I tell you what I done, and of course things change now because everything's online. So, but whenever I sold before, I had like I made crafts or I had things that I sold or whatever. So anything that I sold or anybody I had, I always had postcards. So I went through, um, excuse me, Vistaprint, and I printed off all the cards with my website and everything else, everything laid out. And you always, and at that time, though, you had mailing lists, so you can mail, all that. Um,
Okay.
and I had actually that time I had hit the $5,000 bonus.
Oh, okay.
Um, and I believe is it 10,000 in 6 months or
So the way that the levels work is that once you hit your 5,000 in sales, then you're called Premier, and you
right?
earn 30% on all the Avon products. And then when you hit 10,000, you're President's Club, and you get 40% on all Avon products. And that's for the year that you hit it and the following year.
But
Um,
if you hit the, I believe it was the $10,000 mark within so many months.
well,
Yeah,
there's yeah, the bonus scale that you're on right now, the one that got you the thousand, and then there's some more milestone ones up through 5,000, which if you hit that within your first 8 campaigns, then there's definitely bonuses. But as you go through present, I know there's rewards for hitting President's Club the first time, not necessarily monetarily. There's some other kind of fun stuff that shows up in the reward stuff. But hey, the 40% is really nice, especially with um, Christmas just kind of around the
oh
corner.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You definitely found a good time to really kick this off and have some fun with it. And I'm just so proud to have you on my team, even though we didn't know each other before this started. Yeah, it's been really fun to get to know you and be able to help you when you need help and cheer you on. And remind me where you are in the country.
I am located in Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you're Eastern time zone? That
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Well, at one point in this area, it was on the central, and for whatever reason, they decided they was tired of changing the times. I don't know. So it was Eastern all the time, and what it was is some of the other counties, surrounding counties, are still Central.
Gotcha. So they flip flop. Indianapolis did that. So Indiana does daylight savings time, but Indianapolis does not. And the funniest thing happened to us when a friend of ours was getting married, and we were leaving, trying to get there, not realizing that it was Eastern time. So we get to the hotel thinking we have a couple of hours, look at the clock and go, ah! We got like
Oh,
15 minutes to get to the church. We got
that's the
dressed
only thing.
and we were like one of the last guests there, and we got to hug her before she walked down the aisle. So it all worked out, but it was hilarious that those of us who've been in the Midwest dealing with daylight savings time on a regular basis find those places in the country that have just, and it's not like states, it's just little pockets of people.
Yeah,
That must be crazy.
it is. It is. It's good for people that work in a different time zone, you know,
Yeah.
but still,
Yeah.
still
Well, I
it,
also work with big computers. I would really appreciate if Missouri would just decide to be one time, and so that we didn't have to play games in the fall and in the spring. Because when you do stuff and it's consecutive with time, and all of a sudden the time changes, either jumps an hour ahead or falls back and repeats the same hour, the computers just freak out. So I would be excited, and to know that you're in Kentucky and that's not too far away. I'm like, okay, that's awesome. So I want to thank you for spending some time with me this morning, and I appreciate it. And we will definitely chat soon. But I wanted to make sure that we got a chance to share with the team all of the amazing things that you're doing. And thank you so much for this amazing gift that showed up on my doorstep,
yeah,
and
I
I
was
appreciate it.
saying that. My
Yep.
sister, my sister even, she was like, "Man, they're getting expensive." She said, "I saw this cologne on there, and it was the Peacock." So when she found out that I had one, she's like, "Well, my birthday's in June," and I said,
Uh-oh.
"Yeah." But I said, my son, he loves those peacocks. He's just always, he loves that stuff. So he's like, well, when you get done with the perfume, I just want to put it up.
Mhm.
So he said he's going to keep it. But
Yep.
it is it's beautiful.
Mhm. Yep.
And
And
I
it's
hadn't seen it.
definitely with the certificate and stuff, that would be
It's
worth
for
some.
collectors. I'm surprised that a lot more hasn't gotten that because of the.
Well, and I'm sure that the price tag was a little off-putting initially. But as more and more of them get out into circulation and people actually start seeing them, because like you said, in the books and online, it doesn't do it justice.
I don't know.
It just
It's in the
doesn't.
box, and it's just, yeah.
No.
I've already had my mom come down and sniff, and my neighbor wanted to smell it, and so,
Yep.
but yeah, and even the box has the smell of it.
Oh yeah. Yep. Because it's
So
been in there, and yeah, I can see that. I may see. I do a couple of vendor events. Um, and it may be, if I can figure out a good place on my table and a good way to transport it, I may take it and just show it off because it is just so cool.
it is. It's just the good thing is, like I said, it had that stand in it, so you could keep the box up, and
Hmm.
it securely stays in there
Yeah. Yeah.
unless you have people that want to keep picking it up. I'm afraid to do that nonstop, so
Right.
I won't even
Well,
pack it around. I packed it here in the box because
yep.
I'm afraid to pack it around too much. Yeah.
Yep. Well, and I think that this kind of a display, because the box is so pretty, and it's got some of the stuff that I could put a little sign on top that says "Do not touch," unless you want to hand me $1,000.
Yeah.
Because yes, I've had people drop stuff. I've dropped stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, yep. Very, very few, but it's just amazing, amazing, and it's our history too, right? So
Right.
Avon always had all of those collectible decanters and all of that stuff when I was little. I remember those, And actually I'm kind of okay that we don't have all of those, because I would hate to have to try to find those for people. And, because those kind of get bulky. I kind of
Right.
like our more condensed, being able to travel with my perfume kit that doesn't have all those decanters. But I also realize people love to collect them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They
It's
used to
been
have the
amazing the number of
one.
people who go, well, I was cleaning out my dad's drawers and he has all these decanters. Do you know anybody who? I'm like, I don't want to collect any more stuff. So, but there are some Facebook groups that are all about the Avon collectibles. So I haven't found them myself, but I know that I've told people who, and they've gotten online to find them. So there are ways out there for people who want to look into, oh my goodness, we have these, and now what do we do with them? So that's awesome.
I know a few around here, but there's not a whole lot. But I mean, I've got enough stuff. I don't need no more collections. That's why. But I mean, I always loved them because I remember my dad had a car,
Yep.
and yeah,
Yeah, and they did that about 3 years ago for the anniversary of Mesmerize, that it came out in a car. So that the Wild Country, Black Suede, and Mesmerize all got a anniversary decanter. So the cowboy boot for Wild Country came out, the motorcycle boot for Black Suede came out, and the car for Mesmerize came out. Very limited, you know, and not a whole lot of people noticed. And then when they did, they were sold out. Like,
yeah.
but limited shelf space. So you got to get it when you see it. So, all righty, ma'am. Thank you for spending some time with me today. And I appreciate you. And we will talk again later. So
Okay.
say goodbye to everybody online.
Okay. Bye.